I last night I just watched the Fnaf movie 2 with Valence, and today I decided to make my very honest review about Fnaf 2. Um Although I'm also a Fnaf fan, I also want to be fair. Also criticize some things about the movies. But the way let's just get started. Thing I wanted to say is there's some things I like about the movie, right? Uh, One of them is the characters return from FNAF 1. Not just Mike, Abby, Vanessa, but also Mike's best friend and Corey X Kenshin, the taxi driver, and also Dog the lawyer, on Jane's lawyer from FNAF 1. I'm actually happy for their return. And the best of all, the animatronics. No, I'm talking about the FNAF 1 animatronics, not the prototypes or the toys. But seeing them kicking their asses, I've never been so happy for them. But it's also sad that they have to leave because the animatronics in FNAF 1 cannot leave that place. At least those kids can rest now. But that also meant that William Afton will return. I also like to talk about the parallels between the game and the movies. Cause in the game, right? Like you know the song called It's Been So Long. I realized that it has parallels with FNAF movie too. The the song is basically about Cassidy's mother who is singing about trying to mourn her own daughter or son. I don't know which gender is Cassidy, but still. And and then when Cassidy got brutally murdered, like I think he or she got brutally murdered the most, and then he got gifted with the golden Freddy suit and turned incredibly vengeful towards William Afton and literally tried to hunt him down. But they actually can't since they can't leave the pizzeria. And this also happens to Charlotte in FNAF movie 2. Basically, it's because no one, like, the parents are all negligent towards Charlotte. They didn't even realize that William is literally killing, uh, this had literally lured and kill a kid. And when Charlotte tried to help the dead kid, William Afton somehow stabbed her like 3 times. And when she got to the the stage, right? She literally screamed in agony. This is I mean, what's interesting is that I think not only is she screaming in pain because of the stabs, but I think she's also screaming in pain because nobody cared about her. And then she died and turned into the marionette, aka the puppet. Um, if you're wondering who's the parent who's mourning for their kid, it's actually Henry Emily. And Henry Emily, sh- he really mourns for her, and he also knows the music box. You know the winding the music box from the FNAF 2 game. It will put her back to sleep. And instead of targeting William Afton, right? Charlotte targeted the parents. That's, I mean, it's kind of reasonable. I can tell because like I've also went through like this before. Like it's basically like you're basically trying to ask for help, scream for help, but literally nobody listens. Nobody even cared. And so you just turn crazy. Like if nobody cares about you, then what's the meaning of life? So I get that she turns very vengeful towards them. Poor kid. Let's see. Yeah, I also like how the movie also follows the lore. That's what the critics are wrong about. The critics actually like criticize the movie because like the writing and the pacing is bad, like very very bad. Although I kind of agree, also have to tell them that this movie is about following the game lore. Remember what like William Afton's actor Matthew Lillard said during the interview? He said we decided to like expand the lore of the game series and yeah, something like that. And yeah, but the one thing I also want to criticize about is the ending. And Valen and like remember I watched the movie last night with Valence. He was actually shocked because like it ended in a cliffhanger. So but that's not the real problem. The real problem is why all of a sudden Mike decided to not trust Vanessa. I understand that he realized that Vanessa has a psychopathic brother, Michael Afton. Also, Michael Afton in the movie is way different from the Michael Afton in the games. He's literally a fucking psychopath. I'm not joking. And he wanted to continue his father's legacy after his death. Talk about an influenced father. And like just but no, the thing is why all of a sudden Mike doesn't trust Vanessa anymore? I don't really understand why, but still. Mm, I also wanted to point out something, criticize something. You know the movie title, right? Five Nights. Five Nights at Freddy's. But the thing is, in the movie, right? I think it only contains like 3 to 4 nights. That's all I remember. I guess it really is a cliffhanger ending. And yes, we also know that Mike and Vanessa are about to be in a relationship too. We know, but we just can't prove it. And considering the fact that the movie has like trilogy, it kind of made sense why the spirits had to move on at the second movie. But what kind of concerns me is that how are they going to deal with them on their own? Now that Springtrap is going vengeful, Charlotte possessed Vanessa and is going to hunt down on Mike and Abby. And we don't know about Henry Emily's fate. Like, you know, at the end, right, during the end credits, you hear Henry Emily's speech telling Mike to get out, like, get out as fast as they can because Charlotte is hunting them down. But I gotta say, although the movie has like a bit of misconceptions or something, I mean, the movie it isn't perfect, but it's still a good sequel, not gonna lie. It's still a good sequel. And for my rating, right, even though the writing is kind of average, I like it like follows the game lore and the parallels for the song. I gotta say 7 to 8 out of 10. It's actually a quite decent movie. And also, one more thing. If you're a Fnaf fan, then I recommend you to watch the Fnaf 2 movie. But if you're not, I think you need to reconsider watching it. But overall, in my opinion, this movie is absolute cinema. And that's all, mates. See you soon.